Captain Ron here with your 4 roadblocks to success in finding your offshore oil job. 3 of these roadblocks will be found on just about any other website you go to. They're not very uncommon. In fact, they're very common. However, I'm going to talk about them because most people, even though they're common, most people miss them. And missing them and messing up on them could cost you an interview. The first one is to make sure you have a resume and make sure that it's a good one. The top 2 mistakes that I see people make in writing a resume is misspelled words and poorly defined job objectives. You're only going to get one chance to make a good first impression, so it's be in your best interest to make a good one when you do make that first connection. The second one is know what position you're applying for. Don't call up recruiters and employers or send them an email or a resume and with it starting off something like, "Y'all have any jobs? Are y'all hiring? I need a job, I'll do anything." Recruiters are swamped these days, especially offshore recruiters. Recruiters with offshore drilling companies and maritime companies are just absolutely swamped by people wanting jobs that don't have a clue as to what it is that they're applying for. So make sure that you have a clearly defined objective that lets the recruiter know what it is that you are applying for. The third thing is to have reliable contacts. Make sure that when you apply for a job that you can do follow-up work. When you send your resume to somebody or you call somebody, that you have a way of keeping a record of who you sent it to and when you sent it so that you can do follow-up work. About 67% of the jobs given out these days is given through people who do follow-up work. And the reason being is that the recruiter wants to make sure that you're interested in the job, because there's just so many people applying for jobs these days. They like to make sure that you're really interested in the job. Now, the 4th roadblock to success that I'm going to tell you about that you're not going to hear about anywhere else involves the use of resume blaster sites. Now, we don't promote blaster sites at Offshore Guides because we found they are just counterproductive. When these sites first came out, they were pretty good about getting your resume out to a lot of different companies in a short period of time, but that was some 12, 15 years ago. Since then, what they've turned into mostly is just a lot of spam generators. And here's something else to consider. If you're a brand new entry-level person and you've never been offshore before, you don't have any experience out there, why would you want to send your resume to a company that is looking for dynamic positioning operators with years of offshore experience? Or why would you want your resume to go to maritime companies that are looking for boat captains and masters and chief engineers and able-bodied seamen and mates? Or why would you want your resume to go to companies that are catering companies that are looking for cooks and stewards? Or why would you want your resume company to go to aviation companies that are looking for helicopter pilots? Upon first inspection, resume blasting sites are the cat's meow as far as getting a job is concerned. But what has happened is that our society has conditioned us to these microwave solutions to everything, that we just expect something to be done immediately or at the very most in just a matter of a couple of minutes. And applying for a job it doesn't fall into that category. It just doesn't work that way. The best thing that you can possibly do to maximize your chances of success are to do one-on-one personal contacts with companies that have positions that you're qualified to do. And the way that you do that is that you go to their website, you look at what their operations are, what their procedures are, what parts of the area that they're working at, what type of people that they're looking for, and then you base your resume and your presentation and your application upon what they are requesting. Any recruiter or employer will tell you this is absolutely the best way to go about getting a job, offshore or otherwise. We have developed what we call the direct access personal contact system, whereby we provide all of this. We provide personal contact with recruiters that are now hiring. We have a way for you to record who you sent your resume to, when you sent it, so that you can a couple weeks later go back for that all-important follow-up work. And finally, the last thing that I want to talk to you about is personal service. We're the only site that I know of that offers personal service to the degree that we do. We're not a robot-driven site. We have people here that that help our members personally. And one of the main things that we do to help people out is we offer a professional critique of your resume. Somebody here at Offshore Guides actually looks at your resume and makes recommendations to you on how you can improve it to maximize your chances to get one of these jobs. Now, we have you can either buy this critique or you can get it free by using some of our other services. And if you'll just click on the button at the bottom that says Direct Access Personal Contact, that'll take you right to a page that explains it in greater detail. Thanks and have a great day.